Hey guys, it's David Franco from ddfranco.com/ask. There you go, open forum. My iPad is once again naked. You're just showing off your bod lately, aren't you? Aren't you? Alright, today's question comes from Ian Kane, and Ian has a very philosophical question. I always have a problem with that word. I want to say philosophical. Oh, I just said it right. I was saying it wrong before because I was getting ready for the video. Anyway, Ian says, I'm getting email. Ian does not say I'm getting email. That's my iPad. Ian says, hey David, I was wondering your opinion on the technological advances humans have made. Since so many people, like myself, have iPhones and Android devices, people don't appreciate the world around them. So I was wondering your take on this. Thanks, Ian. Ian, this is an excellent question because videos like this receive an amazing response from so many different people around the world. Literally, around the world. I have people in the US, obviously, UK, Brazil, Australia, you name it, I have viewers from there, and I think, based on your location, your opinion differs, which I think is fascinating. Alright, Ian, so I'm going to explore your question in two ways, because I'm not really sure what you meant exactly. You could go either way. My first view on this is that you're saying technology is so amazing that people don't appreciate what we have, like the fact that we have tablets like this, literally almost paper thin. I mean, that's not paper thin, but it's pretty damn close. And that people don't appreciate them and that people complain about things that are not really worth complaining about in the first place? Or do you mean that people are so involved in their technology, such as the iPad and iPhone in public, that they don't recognize people around them, such as when you go to dinner, everyone has their iPhones out, or if you go to an airport, everyone's on their, iPad or notebook, and they're not talking to one another. Alright, so let's back up a bit into my first view and talk about that. Are people spoiled by technology, and are we just too used to having amazing devices such as the iPad or Android devices or Windows Phone or even BlackBerry 10? I say even. I mean, I don't hate BlackBerry, but it's kind of brand new, and as far as I can tell, it's really not taken off. But still, that does not defeat the fact that I think people are too spoiled by technology. I mean, even with myself, I sometimes have moments with software like Final Cut Pro 10 or even Safari doing stupid crap that doesn't make sense. I'm like, why don't you just work? But then I'm like, you know what, David, sit back, look at what you have. You have some amazing technology, amazing tools to do what you want. I mean, I can literally do anything I want online as long as I have the talent to do so. I mean, that is amazing in itself. So whenever I find myself getting frustrated with tech, I just take a couple steps back and look at the big picture. I mean, we have amazing technology, and other third world countries out there, they don't have this kind of stuff. So the fact that we have instant access to devices such as the iPad or the Mac Pro or an iPhone or even something, as simple as an iPod Shuffle, that just blows my mind. And yes, unfortunately, I do think a lot of people take that for granted. I mean, people complain about iOS not being as advanced as Android. Well, I wouldn't look at it as that way. I mean, iOS. iOS is its own operating system, and Android is its own operating system. One doesn't have to be like the other. I mean, look at the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. They both approach gaming completely differently. They have completely different interfaces, and they're just different overall. I mean, they're a little similar here and there, but just because I love my Xbox 360, that doesn't automatically mean the PlayStation 3 sucks, and the same goes for the Wii U. Just because you're not a big fan of motion gameplay or having a separate screen on your gamepad, that doesn't mean it's a bad system. I mean, I think it's selling pretty well. It just comes down to opinion and whether that opinion really matters at the end of the day. Alright, so obviously I say that with the best intention. I'm not saying your opinion doesn't matter. I'm just saying it doesn't really make a huge difference with these companies. I mean, if you don't like Facebook, I'm going back to the Facebook thing because they just rolled out a new newsfeed update. I mean, if you don't like the new Facebook, you don't have to use it. I mean, you kind of take for granted that you even have access to an awesome social network, I should say. I mean, it's amazing. We can reach out to literally thousands upon thousands of people with a click or a tap. It's pretty awesome. All right, so getting on to my second view of this topic, are we too involved in technology that we don't appreciate the world around us, such as people and our loved ones? I think yes and no. It goes both ways. A great example is my family and me. I mean, we go to the same diner almost every Friday night at the same time, and we love it there. We've been going there since I was a baby. I'm 27 now, but we've been going there maybe since I'm 25. I don't know. Does 2 years old count as a baby? infant, whatever you want to say. The point is, we love the diner, and my dad brings his iPad every Friday. He brings his iPad with the keyboard case that I bought him for Christmas a couple years ago, and he loves it. But does that stop him from involving himself with his loved ones and conversations of friends, with friends? No, definitely not. I mean, my dad has a very well-balanced view of technology and personal relationships, and so do I. I mean, if I'm out with friends and I notice that they're not on their iPhone or Android device, whatever, then I'm not going to be on my iPhone or Android device. You really have to appreciate life for what it is, because this even goes back to the whole meme of YOLO. I know everybody hates the term YOLO. I don't hate it. I don't overuse it, but I gotta agree with it. It is true. You only live once. I mean, we only have this one opportunity of life to make a difference and to do what we really enjoy and to appreciate those around us throughout our journey. I know this sounds very philosophical. I told you I would mess up the word. I know that seems very philosophical. I know that seems very philosophical. Why can't I say this? I know that seems very... I'm just going to skip that. I just said it like a few minutes ago. Now I can't even say it right. What's wrong with me? Anyway, the point is, appreciate life. Appreciate technology. We are truly lucky to even be watching this video. I mean, think about it. I'm recording this video on the T4i, an awesome entry-level camera, and I appreciate every freaking centimeter of its body and its build, and even my Rode stereo video mic sitting on top of it. I love you, Mike. I really do. Not a dude. That's a microphone. I don't go that way. Anyway, guys, joking aside, I do appreciate life. I appreciate technology. I appreciate my friends and family. And overall, I just love life and I try to have a positive attitude. Never, ever take life for granted. We're lucky to be here. We really are. Thank you for the amazing question, Ian. It's questions like that I really enjoy because it allows me to express my opinions on personal matters, technological matters. I'm having trouble with big words today, but it was just an awesome question, so thank you. And now, since today is an Ask a Question video, I'm going to give away a free audiobook worth over $31. This is definitely pretty expensive considering it's an audiobook, but it is free for you guys, so it doesn't really matter. I've never given this one away. It's called Alone Together: Why We Expect More from Technology and Less from Each Other. This pertains directly to what Ian was asking and what I was just talking about. From the title alone, this sounds amazing. I mean, I'm gonna guess it just talks about how we're too involved in technology and we're not recognizing those around us. So definitely check it out. Link is right below, audibletrial.com/thecreative1. It's yours to keep forever. And of course, guys, if you do have any recommendations for audiobooks, let me know. You're always free to email me at davidfranco@gmail.com, or if you want to just go to my website, that's also right below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget, never, ever take life for granted. And if you see an opportunity to help yourself or help others, take that opportunity. It will be worth it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.